Yeah, just great news. On the last week, we have opening of our new product, which is running our using the Iroha. It's a product named Piaco. So we want to share some information about it. So it's one more production product based on the Iroha hyperledger Iroha solution. So first of all, let's talk about main features. So this is the payment application, which will be used by students and university employees on campus in Aizu is a kind of city in the Tohoku region of Japan. It's an interesting fact that Iroha, Hyperledger Iroha was originally started here by the team of Japanese students, and then it was kind of taken by it kind of was finished by a much bigger team finally, and so here it is, kind of the alma mater of the born place of Iroha. So the main features here is quite the set of these features is quite simple, but it will simplify the life of students and will allow them to get rid out of real money and instead use the application in a much more convenient way. Yeah, so these features are kind of performing payments in cafeteria and shop on campus. Also, users can, of course, transfer money between them. They can get all the detailed information about all spendings and transactions. And for the convenience, we are using TMDCO standard compatible QR codes for making payments between students and between students and cashiers. So yeah, it's kind of a very seamless way for performing payment transactions. Yeah, so briefly, very bird's eye view on the solution. We have implemented mobile applications for both Android and iOS platforms, which can be installed from the App Store. They are available, so we can find them by search. The mobile applications is working with our middleware, payment solution middleware, which provides some additional functionality, additional convenient functions like notifications, like extended history, logs, and audit, and so on. And Iroha, a network of Iroha nodes, is laying underneath the middleware. So all data about users, about transactions, about balances, and so on, of course, is stored on Iroha side. So it means that it makes this solution blockchain based and so have corresponding security advantages and just right out of the box distributed nature, so it will prevent tax and a loss of data. So there are some photos from opening ceremony. It was made in kind of standard Japanese style. So you can see our owner Makoto-san on the left photo who's talking, and on the right side you can see, so there are many TV companies coming here to make an interview about it, because it's the first blockchain-based payment system in Japan, even in this kind of small scale. And there is some just photos from the real usage. So the people is waiting in line. Cashier is ready to scan the QR code, and so that's how it happens. So cashier shows the QR code with the payment information inside. Users are scanning the QR code by their applications and getting the payment information, confirms it, and in 1 or 2 seconds, payment is complete. Yeah, so let me show you a demo. Actually, we have recording, but I think I can show a live demo. Yeah, so here we have the Byacco application. After authorization, we are getting into the main interface. So it is production. So all of this again is real. On the main screen, you can see the history list of all transactions. So we can see the details of each transaction, when it was happened, who's the recipient, what is the direct amount, Yeah. On the top side, you can see two main actions. Is a send to transfer money to somebody else outside. So we can enter this email username by our by hand, or of course create a much more convenient QR code. You use creative QR codes. We are using the gallery or scan it from the camera, and yeah, and for of course we can receive request to receive some money. So this is a QR code for receiving money. There's a kind of a zero predefined sum. But if you want to define some sum, you can put it right into the QR code. As you see, when I'm tapping it, the QR code changes correspondingly. So it is a convenient way for making, for example, predefined payment QR codes. And of course, QR code can be shared via some kind of classical share menu, so you can send it to your friend. Yeah, so this is all the main features. We have support of Japanese, of course, because most of the students here are Japanese. So we have localization, yeah, and there are kind of possibility to create a recovery QR code and delete the user if you don't need to use your application anymore. Yeah, and some information about the, oh, seems like I registered as a female, right? Nice. Okay. So, yeah, this is the main interface of the application. So let me go back to my presentation. Yeah, so I'm here. I just can say that that's briefly all. So application is up and running right now, and it is the public testing, but kind of on production. So each student can try it and can get some bonus money for using the app. And at August 1st, we are planning to run it just as just to start a public release. So, but right now, as I said, everything is running on production, so we're getting feedback and providing the support already to the students, and everything working on Iroha. So I'm ready here for your questions.
I have one question. Are any plans to make this code of this project open source or part of those code or no?
No. So of course it's our proprietary solution. So we are making the payment solutions. It's part of our Sormitsu business. So yeah, we don't have any plans to make it open source. So some parts of this application, of the mobile application, is open source, just because it's also we are using it into several our projects, including open project Sora, open source project. So yeah, so you can get this library for mobile platform, iOS platform, kind of wallet operations, but all other stuff is wouldn't be open. Okay. Any other questions?
So actually, I think anyone can install the app if they want to.
Yeah.
They just won't have any money unless someone like you or me is nice enough to send to them.
Yes, it's true. So applications available App Store and the Google Play Store. Yeah, but to charge it up, you need to go here locally. You can do it on locally or ask anybody from company to charge.
Yeah, I had one question in the chat. So in one example, you showed that if the students scan the QR code that is provided by, the person who sells something, but I just wonder why it's not done vice versa, as with, for example, let's say, is this currently done with bonus cards when you just have a card number on your phone and then you show it to the cashier in the form of some scannable code and he just uses it.
Yes, actually it can be done. We can put the signed transaction information into the QR code, but I think it's not so convenient way, and probably it's a more risky way, because if we are putting some secret information into the QR code, it can be photographed by somebody else, and so it will kind of leak of the security of the data which are needed for access to users' money, right? So it is not so secure. Probably we can come to some design of the kind of some intermediate transactions or intermediate accounts, but it seems like it's more complicated way. So and the idea that cashier prepares transaction including all taxes, all parts of the payment. Yes, so for example, if you buy several meals, cashier calculates everything and prepares such QR code, and then you just do not need to do anything. You just kind of check and tap send the button. So cashier is kind of responsible here as a actually more responsible person in this operation.
I think in the future, one thing that we should do is kind of make, maybe in Iroha too, we can kind of play with this idea some more, but like have a concept of an invoice where you send an invoice to some user and then the user signs off on it. So it's kind of like you can even be with a multi-sig. So like that way, the invoice is official, that it's really from the university, not from, some student or like someone fake, like even an employee at the university who's faking QR code. So I think stuff like that could be done in the future. It takes some time, of course, to build that infrastructure, but I'm pretty excited about the possibilities.
Yeah, so thank you for this comment. Anything else? So I suppose no, all questions answered. So I think we can go to the question and answers section for all of our related things to the kind of community communication. So we have several guests, right?